A growing population in the U.S. is identifying themselves as vampires. Now, one Idaho State University professor has done some research on how doctors should interact with those patients.
Yeah, KPVI News 6 reporter Nate Larson spoke to DJ Williams today about his work.
Idaho State University professor DJ Williams is shining light on a little-known group of people, self-identifying vampires.
We've seen this historically. We've seen where different minorities, have gained more attention, and they face a lot of discrimination. And so I think this is a similar kind of a thing.
Williams tells us technology has ushered in a time when people can select new, alternate identities. One of those groups, who identify as vampires, Williams says can be weary of identifying themselves to professionals like social workers, counselors, and medical professionals. And those professionals may feel uncomfortable treating them.
Professionals and people generally, when they hear a term like vampire, or they hear another term that may be unfamiliar or maybe a little bit scary.
Self-identifying vampires aren't like the vampires you see in the movies, or like the people who Williams calls lifestyle vampires, the ones who wear fangs, dress exclusively in dark clothing, and only come out at night.
Real vampires aren't necessarily into any of those things, but it's all around their perception of needing energy for health.
Williams' research is making national headlines, even appearing in the New York Post. And while he says this work is on a specific alternate identity, it relates to the larger issue of the growing number of alternate identities and practices.
I think to stop and be a little bit more inquisitive and look at different possibilities and how people make sense of their worlds, look a little deeper, a little closer, and then sort of make decisions based on that further knowledge.
In Pocatello, Nate Larson, KPVI News 6.
And if you'd like to read more of Williams' work, log on to our website, kpvi.com.